Gay rights have been an issue fought for by gays for centuries. It wasn't until the Society for Human Rights in Chicago started in 1924 that people started to voice their opinions on what gays should be allowed to do, and thus it became the earliest known gay rights organization. Gay rights have been brought up because gays believe that they are not being given their rights as humans. Gays are not allowed to marry in over 20 states. The states that do allow gay marriage are Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, Washington, D.C., and Iowa. California and Maryland ban gay marriage, but California acknowledges past marriages and Maryland acknowledges out-of-state marriages. The other states not mentioned neither allow nor acknowledge gay marriage. For instance, if a man and his partner decide to get married in New York and then move to Virginia, their marriage will not be legal. Here's another problem that is posed with marriages not being acknowledged. What if one partner is illegal immigrant trying to get their papers? Legally, if they get married to a U.S. citizen, they should be allowed to stay in the country and work out their legal residency. But because this couple is gay, in many states the marriage will not be legal, leading to issues with immigration. For example, on September 20, 2011, Handy Louis' petition for permanent residency was denied, even though he married his spouse Michael Ernest Roberts in 2009 legally. Now, many states like California, Nevada, and Oregon allow domestic partnerships and civil unions, but not marriage. It would seem that because they allow people to be categorized as a domestic partner, that state would be more likely to allow gay marriage. But California has already banned gay marriage as of the 2008 elections on Prop 8. Prop 8 posed many problems for people. We saw signs that said vote yes on Prop 8 and stop legalization of gay marriage, and others that said vote no, hate on Prop 8. Gay couples are not allowed to adopt children, and if they try, it is a very long and tiring battle trying to adopt a child. If gay marriage is legalized, it will be a big stepping stone for the gay rights movement, because it means that after all the years that they have been fighting for the right to marry, it finally came true, and now they'll be able to do more that they couldn't do before, such as adopt, and it will open doors to gay rights. Legalizing gay marriage, because of all of its benefits, should be at the top of the list for the LGBT community, and not only because they have been fighting for so long, but also because of the 2012 elections are fast approaching. We are seeing more and more candidate speeches and oppositions to same-sex marriage. For example, Herman Cain, who is fiercely opposing gay marriage, is asking his supporters to be behind him and protect the sanctity of marriage. This is the time to pose such a proposal for the LGBT community, because it is the time where they will be heard best because of candidate Fred Krager. Same-sex marriage, according to Republican Candidate.org, is an issue that is close to the heart of Krager, who is the first ever openly gay candidate for the presidency. His decade-long advocacy of gay rights began soon after he came out into the open with his sexuality in 2000. Since then, Krager has been the forefront of a number of skirmishes, with the most famous being his confrontation with the Utah-based Church of the Latter-day Saints, a Mormon church. The conflict started when Krager discovered that the church was secretly supporting and funding efforts that aimed at influencing the statewide ballot over the amendment of Section 7.5 of the Declaration of Rights of the California Marriage Protection Act, which states only marriage between a man and a woman is valid or recognized in California. This time, back in 2008, we were looking at Prop 8. Now we should be looking at the newest battle with same-sex marriage. This is important not only just for the act itself, but for pride that will come of achieving the success of having legalized same-sex marriage. That is why it should be at the top of the LGBT civil rights movement.